is a 12-tone Ultra Plus guitar designed by John Cattler, La Monte Young's guitar player for many years still, to this day when La Monte plays. I studied with John many moons ago, and this guitar is an attempt at sort of getting justly intonated intervals alongside regular 12-tone ones. This kind of guitar setup, I have gone between standard D standard, C sharp standard, and a ton of dadgad and sort of variations of dadgad. The tuning I've settled on now is kind of like a hybrid of a whole bunch of those tunings I just mentioned. C, G, and a high G. This tuning gives me some new voicings to play around with and, as I said, expands the range. And speaking of the range, what the hell are these extra notes that live in these octaves? This guitar, like I said, keeps those standard 12 frets and asks us, what can we put in between the notes? Now, I do have quarter tones on this guitar. If you have a quarter tone, or basically a quarter tone that exists between your perfect fourth and your tritone, you get a note that resonates with the 11th harmonic. So what this guitar does is it adds frets for the 11th harmonic as well as the 7th and 13th. 13 is also very similar to a quarter tone, and like 11, takes a bit of getting used to, and you have to kind of figure out how you want to phrase stuff with it. I've used this guitar in studio for 12-tone compositions where I'm sneaking in some microtones, either for solo expressions or if I want to use the 7th harmonic as an alternative Dom 7 chord. I sort of recognize about 30 to 40 different notes. This guitar doesn't capture all of them, and it certainly doesn't capture them all in just intonation. There are several compromises that are made, of course, because it has 12-tone baked into it. Major thirds aren't great. With extra frets, I can more easily bend for a really wonderful major third power chord. But what 12-tone does really well is it has a fantastic third harmonic and a pretty good ninth harmonic. So in a lot of ways, this guitar kind of reminds me of the La Monte Young sort of approach to music, which is basically saying, screw the fifth harmonic. We're just gonna basically build music with 1, 3, and 7. The only thing is that this expands that to 1, 3, 7, 11, and 13 for all of these really out there intervals.